Good afternoon, everybody. It's Serge Bogosian, the hockey guru. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of a different topic. Some big news came down from the U.S. Supreme Court today that affects the sports industry, that affects everything, basically. So the Supreme Court ruled today that a 1992 law that had prohibited sports betting is unconstitutional. So what does that mean? In every state, sports betting is not legal right now, except for Nevada, where you can bet legally. So Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, challenged that 1992 law, and so they can get sports betting in New Jersey. And the U.S. Constitution, the Supreme Court today, the justices ruled 6-3 in favor of the ruling being unconstitutional. So what does this mean? What this means that sports betting is not legal automatically right now. However, it gives the states the ability to make laws which make sports betting legal. So currently, there's a few states that have already passed the law in hoping for this ruling. Obviously, New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Iowa, New York, West Virginia. They already have laws in place to prepare for this ruling. Now, sports betting, it's a very interesting business. $150 billion was bet last year on sports in the United States. Only 3% of that was legally done in Nevada. So offshore, with illegal bookies, that's where most of the betting is done. $4.7 billion only was bet on the Super Bowl, where only $2 billion, actually 4.5 billion of those 4.7 billion was illegally. So the opponents to sports betting, and again, I don't want to get into a political debate, but the three U.S. justices that voted against this ruling were Ginsburg, Breyer, and Sotomayor, and we know those are the more liberal judges out there. So we don't want to get into a political debate, but there is a lot of debate in this matter where people in some sports, people believe that if you allow legal sports betting, there's going to be corruption, there's going to be point shaving, there's going to be illegal activities on the field, on the court, on the ice. That's the stupidest thing the argument that you can make to not allow sports betting. People are going to bet. We have proof that $150 billion is being bet illegally by the United States public alone. So people are betting on the NFL, which is a huge thing. One of the reasons why the NFL has such higher ratings is due to gambling. The point spread. If you don't have a bet on it, how much are the ratings going to be different? Anyways, people are going to bet on sports regardless of what it is. Now, do you want sports betting to be done illegally, where the illegal underground mob mentality of people have control over the matter? Or do you want it to be done in a legal environment, controlled by the state, controlled by the government, taxed by the government? The answer is obvious, right? People are going to bet, people are going to, do it regardless, and it's going to be a controlled environment. They're not going to have access to the NFL, the NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball players to throw the games. That's going to happen worse. That's going to happen much easier when the principals are in an illegal, betting environment. So this is a great ruling. This is a great ruling for the American public. It's a great ruling for American freedom. And the industry is so big, $150 billion industry, compared to the movie industry in the United States. The combined box office last year was about $10 billion. Okay, so the gambling in the sports betting industry is 15 times more than the movie industry. $150 being bet on sports. This ruling is huge. This is a huge news for not just the sports bettors out there. Yes, we all like to place a couple of bucks on a game to make it more interesting, but this is a ruling in favor of American freedom. Why should we not be able to make a legal bet on a sporting event? It's done everywhere. It's legal in a lot of parts of Europe, and people are going to bet regardless. People are going to gamble. Do you want them to gamble offshore? Do you want them to gamble with the the local bookie down the street who has criminal activity. No, you want it to be legal, you want it to be controlled, and you want it to be taxed. So this is a huge event. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me, if you do oppose legalizing sports betting, let me know. I live in one of the states where there are some plans and proposals in place in California to legalize sports betting. So we may see in New Jersey, we may see sports betting legal within the next couple of weeks. In those other states, like I talked about, Connecticut, Delaware, New York, Pennsylvania, who already have the legislation, we may see legalized sports betting before the next NFL season. And in places like California, we may see it in the next couple of years. So huge news. Tell me what you think about this ruling. Put a comment down below and just let me know, because it is a huge event and it is huge news. Hockey Talk will be back tomorrow. This is Serge Bogosian, the Hockey Guru, coming to you from California. Have a great day.